Let's go ahead and get started and welcome everyone. We're so happy to have you with us here today for this great presentation, Unlock the Power of Health Information Management. And our special speaker, Natalie Tkachenko. First, a couple of things, and I'd like to say thank you so very much for all of your support for the AIIM Florida Chapter and what we do. And we'll talk a little bit more about NIX and how we've become such great co-participants in this effort and in support of NIX and everything that companies, NIX and companies like themselves have gone through. But first of all, talking about some upcoming events that you won't want to miss either. And on April 19th, we have the AIIM working group and providing webinar on digital transformation made easy within scanning solutions. Now that will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So quite often we have our webinars at 11 a.m. That one will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, April 19th. And it really is, where capture is so key to so many things. The first part of the ingestion process, to ingest a process, no matter what you're working at, whatever platform, processing and capturing documents. Yes.
Can I ask you to speak up just a little bit? We're having some sound issues, and I think when you're a little bit louder, it helps.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I can do that.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Most times they're asking me to tone it down, not bring it up. So it's good to hear. All right. So with regards to the thin client scanning, really, you're going to get a lot of information out of the what Twain Working Group does with regards to all things through their Twain Direct capabilities that anyone can get involved in, and do feel free to reach out to us or to Twain with any information in that regard. It'll be presented by Kevin Neal. Kevin is the president and CEO of P3ID and also chair of the marketing committee for Twain Working Group, great friend of ours, and has given quite a few presentations for AIIM Florida Chapter over the years. So also very important is to note that we will be having a showcase, and yes, it seems like far down the road, but for our planning group, it is like now. October 3rd and 4th here in Tampa. It's the Solutions Showcase and Strategy Summit. And what's interesting about this is that the AIIM Leadership Council and the AIIM Board of Directors, AIIM International Board of Directors, combining with the AIIM Florida chapters with our Solution Showcase Expo, and having their event and meetings as part of this event. So look for further details, and we'll start broadcasting here very soon. And there's huge excitement across the Association for Intelligent Information world with regards to this event. So right here in our backyard, and of course, the Florida chapter playing the key role in setting up and promoting that event. So that's really for the announcements. Please let us know of any questions, and also look for information on our newsletter. You can obtain our newest spring newsletter via the aimfl.org website, and that's also we also have the newsletter in Spanish as well, as we are a key gateway and liaison to Latin America. So happy to have you with us here today. So continuing on, you know, right here where I sit, it's a beautiful day in St. Petersburg, Clearwater. We looked out, people are on the beach. It's blue skies, blue Gulf of Mexico. And where NIX comes from, it's not able to be as beautiful as it traditionally has been. Why? Because of aggression against Ukraine. And for the second year, we're very proud to combine with NIX. I know the some of the NIX family very well, and I actually frequently meet up with even ex-employees of NIX, and including a gentleman that has Natalie's capabilities on health information management, really at the top of his list, Kevin Woodford, great friend of mine. And we're so happy to really conjoin with NIX. And I say that where they are doing all that they can in making the forced diaspora, okay, you know, the really still to continue to do business. And there's so many capabilities within NIX Solutions and NIX United that we really always love having them, and, you know, really in support of the entire cause of Ukraine. So the great thing is we have Natalie Tkachenko with us today, and she'll talk about unlock the power of health information management, acquire, analyze, and protect data with our guidance, and in perfect timing with the upcoming HIMSS events and others around health information. So Natalie, please.
Yeah, thank you, Craig, for your warm words and relationship, and also appreciate you having me here and the chance to have the conversation about the ways health information management may benefit from software engineering industry, actually. So thank you for an advanced introduction. Just add a couple of words. So yes, my name is Natalie Tkachenko. I'm a software engineering consultant at NIX, and during the last 5 years, my profession focus is on facilitating of adoption of the most innovative and breakthrough technological solutions available for software engineers to the particular needs of healthcare providers. And in a couple of words about the team I present, so the NIX is a global software engineering team that originated from Ukraine and was founded in 1994. During the 28 years of experience at scale up, it rises to the company of 300 in-house engineers that delivers more than 3,500 projects to different branches of industry. And then it goes to ways we serve to healthcare business vertical. We have delivered here more than 700 working systems and applications that are particularly targeted to improve patients' experience, improve healthcare services providing, increase efficiency of treatment, different sorts of disease, and basically, you know, armed all types of clinical facilities, meaning private and public hospitals, different laboratories, research centers, and clinical institutions. Actually, our experts are open, always open to have their discussions and consult you from perspective of adoption. The most fresh perks in software engineering in the context of the particular needs of the healthcare facility you present. So we are welcome and will be happy to communicate with you directly, especially in the coming events we are going to participate in, which is HIMSS Global Health Conference and Exhibitions, that it's supposed to take place soon in April from 17th to 21st. So we'll be gladly to discuss with you there, like in Chicago, the all issues related to your particular facility, if you may have ones. And my suggestions is further moving to the subject matter of our today's conversations, which is health information management and synergy between healthcare providers and software engineering teams in that context. Here, I think maybe the first thing is important to determine the common ground for like this so-called synergy and outline like what's health information management itself. Here we can refer to the definition issued by American Health Information Management Associations that actually defines health information management as a set of processes aimed to efficient acquiring, analyzing, and protecting of digital and traditional medical information that is crucially important for providing top level of quality patient care. And actually, meaning in the sense of cooperation of healthcare providers and software engineering teams, it is very important they be synchronized from the point of view of understanding, let's say, the rules on the field. What I mean here is everybody knows that healthcare industry is a highly regulated branch of economy, actually. And first thing I mean here, like the terms issued, this Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, and following him, Health Information Technology for Economic and Clinical Health Act, as far as the regulations issued by AIIM itself that manages the processes of training and educational staff that is actually run all sort of processes of health information management within all sorts of healthcare facilities. And there is also no needs to argue like the importance and meaningful of health information management solution in the context of its presence, currently presence in the market. For example, in 1920s, like the value of the market for health information management solutions was amounted to $25 billion, and we expect this estimate will rise twice in the coming 8 years, and the same tendency is shown by compound annual growth rate that shows prognoses us about its raising to 9.9% from 2021 to 2028. So then it goes to like interaction between healthcare providers and software engineering teams in the context of health information management. I think it would be like streamlined to split that set of processes under AIIM umbrella into standalone parts and highlight the main challenges associated with them. So having in mind that health information management means acquiring and analyzing and protecting data, we like face the set of challenges associated during each stage of this like entire process of health information management. So the first block I suggest to like analyze is the set of challenges associated with data gathering. Like this is not also the secret, and something new I would highlight that the healthcare industry produces a great amount of data. It increases from year to year. This is like the main issue and the main power in the data for healthcare, as far as maybe for other industries as well. And having said this, I mean that data could be used by healthcare providers for like enhancing experience for patients. The like actually directions of useful using of data are tremendous, but like the most crucial and most important of them are showing this decreasing of the expenses for healthcare services providing and optimizing the operations adopted within healthcare facilities that at the end of the day, anyway, targeted and oriented to improvement of patients' experiences. So speaking about challenges in the context of gathering of the data, we can mention here such ones as data privacy and correlating with it regulatory compliance. What makes life difficult, also such challenges as lack of standardization and fragmentation of data. Let's analyze all of them step by step. So speaking about privacy, they mostly refer to terms of HIPAA regulations that outlines that healthcare related information is to be kept privately, and it's necessary to restrict access to it as far as it's possible from all context of communication with healthcare related data. And meaning data privacy in the context of cooperation between healthcare providers and providers of software engineering services, it is very important that both sides equally understand and be equally warned into main requirements of the HIPAA to data privacy. Another challenge we face during the gathering data in the context of health information management is data fragmentation. It is a famous fact that last days the usage of and adoption of electronic healthcare records expanded. Actually, more and more healthcare facilities try to use that system and following HITEC requirements and encouragements, but still there are a lot of cases then healthcare facilities have to operate with the data they feed from different sources. For example, just a couple of days ago, we were addressed this request from one of the clinics that actually provides services for making analysis for patients and outsource research activities from different laboratories. So they communicate with that laboratories via SaaS CRM, and the issue is every laboratory has its own electronic medical record system and store that actually assumes different formats of presenting data. So the issue there for our customer, for example, was in combining all that differentiated format of data presenting and making reports that is consumable for the end patients of that clinics. So to overcome that types of issues, software engineers may suggest implementations of different sorts of intermediaries software, but general recommendations to overcome this challenge is generally in following industry standards for data interoperability and communications. Having said that, I mean, first of all, HL7 and peer protocols for data transferring between different systems integrated into the common system adopted in the particular health care facilities. The same issue is illustrated with one of our cases where we will address the famous company, which is Thomson Reuters, that faced the similar problems, meaning consuming data that feed their platform JFrog, and actually was splitted as different data sources. So the unstreamlined organization of their data sources and fragmentation of data doesn't allow to effectively functioning of the JFarm platform that blocked the effectiveness of usage for end users, meaning pharmacologists and medicine editors for whom it was important to follow and research trends in pharmaceuticals. So the solution we suggested here was more radical than in the previous case, since we had to rearrange the architecture of the entire system and made crucial improvements into it that was actually cost consuming actually. Lack of standardization is another issue that goes together this data gathering, and here they mean that this issue could be illustrated mostly these electronic medical records as a solution, because they are the clinics may use own standards for running their systems, but sometimes they, as in the case I have shared previously, they need to transfer that information via common CRMs, for example. So yes, this lack of standardization for medical information as a challenge is recognized by practitioners as well. As you see, almost half of them see that problem in their daily activities as providers of healthcare services. And regulatory compliance as the challenge in the data gathering. This is the challenge I rather consider, not the challenge, but assistance, seems it is I consider it a set of guidelines that both providers of healthcare services and software engineers should follow to make things, meaning systems, applications, better and tuned to the best practices to supply the privacy and safety requirements for healthcare data. So the issue here is really not in the regulatory itself, but in the effort-consuming process of diving deeper into these terminations and understanding what set of them are practically applicable to particular healthcare facilities to follow it and extrapolate them as well to the systems we are going to develop for this particular facility. Of course, and I a bit touched this topic in a previous two cases I used for demonstration, the practical aspects of the challenges. It is always easier to implement all recommendations of HIPAA provides to a particular healthcare facility than you develop the application of the system from scratch. In this case, the analysis effort and further testing effort, as well as effort of engineers, is focused on implementation of HIPAA recommendations to each particular case. We had here one of our customers who provides software for hospitals and healthcare systems, and in this particular case, we mean the application that was targeted for improving patient retentions and increasing engagement of the patients intercommunications with the clinic. So the application allowed to the patients integrate these different devices that gather information about healthcare statement of the patient, and also for medical facilities that was an additional channel to communicate to the patients and deliver information about all sorts of programs, updated service related information, so on and so forth. And of course, in turn, the healthcare facilities had the chance to observe have that data patients collected from their devices for, better having better background about patient healthcare status. So in the context of these particular solutions, the HIPAA compliance was like originally investigated, meaning set of terms to be implemented, and systematically was adopted by the team in every stage of this particular solutions development. Now let's move to the next stage of the health information management, which is analysis and analysis of the gathered data, and it doesn't also have the lack of challenges. Then it goes to fulfillment. Actually, as I said, data is a powerful tool for healthcare as well as for other industry, and not just as a data itself, but because of insights, it's possible to gather through it and use for prediction, building prediction models in the context of development, for example, diseases, in the context of the particular patient, or in the context of elaborating on set of preventive measures to be made for successful run of one or another treatment. And of course, the analysis of data is applicable for tracking outcomes from all sorts of healthcare related activities. As I said, there is no lack of challenges in the context of data analyzing, like in HIM, and these challenges are accurate data capturing, data relevance, data privacy and security, and data visualization. With accurate data capturing challenge, I mean here like the combination of the digital and manual approaches for putting data to the internal system that collects that data pool for further use in analyzing. And because of this process sometimes is conducted manually, here may some errors occurred, and that influence the final efficiency of the further analysis, as well as accurate parsing of all formats of data related to healthcare activities, since we know that in their daily practices, practitioners use the data of absolutely different formats, from audio, video, and special images format data. So it's crucially important to parse information and encrypted in each particular format accurately, and that is actually could be fulfilled with the software system specially elaborated and developed for this. This data relevance challenge, they mean the communication, the errors this in healthcare related data that happens because of weaknesses in communication between different participants of health care related activities, and even practitioners themselves admit that this issue happens in 90% of cases of around data in healthcare. Then it goes to data privacy and security in the context of analyzing of healthcare data. Here it mostly about the healthy balance between keeping data private and necessity to reach data for making effective analysis. So as we know, HIPAA determines around 18 pieces of data related to patients that are supposed to keep on the necessary level of privacy and safety. So the challenge here is clean like the entire pool of health care related data from that sensitive information that may make damage to the patients, and gather that ones which is crucial for making analysis effectively. And data visualization. This is like another challenge. As I mentioned, the number of data in healthcare is tremendous, and different participants of healthcare activities have their own requirements to consumptions of the data, and would like to prefer to receive their own insights that are helpful for their particular daily activities. So the challenge, this kind of challenge could be overcome with the special tools which we relate to business intelligence tools that provides ability to analyze the immense amount of healthcare related data on different layers provided to each consumer of healthcare data, his or her particular information, and ability to observe the trends and insights on in the information they actually request to, like we did in for one of our clients that was the company that provides also solutions for healthcare sectors. They came to us like this, the all set of challenges I mentioned above, meaning they tried to build complex dashboard, enrich the data that should be pulled from different sources. So the challenge in that solution was in building streamlined system, meaning ETL, for combining all that data and building a final dashboard. These different levels of analysis that were supposed that actually reflects the information that should be consumed by different practitioners, different roles, representatives in the context of that particular healthcare facilities. And protecting of the healthcare data is the third aspect of health information management. The importance of this also shouldn't be somehow argued. It's clear and evident. We all, I guess, observe the statistic issues by HIPAA journal about the number of hacking attack to healthcare related data. For example, in 2021, other 40 million of patient records were hacked and compromised. And that's actually clear because patients related data, all this contains the individual sensitive information as well as financial information that could be used in committing frauds, actually. The challenges associated with data protecting are regulations in compliance, and we highlighted it as well in the context of another blocks of processes related to health information management. As I said previously, yes, HIPAA determines about 18 pieces of data associated with patient information that is supposed to be kept on the necessary level of privacy and safety. So it's very important to process this data. There's a necessary level of accuracy and restriction or access to them if it's abundant in the context of the particular solution or healthcare facility. And another challenge is legacy system and obsolete technologies. What we mean here is that it's evident that last days healthcare industry was enriched with a lot of and all sorts of solutions for improvement and treatment processes, so on and so forth. Sometimes they are very complex and sophisticated, and the more complex and sophisticated solutions, the more effort it requires for maintaining and updating it based on the latest reports of HIPAA, as for like set of vulnerabilities revealed by the experience of other providers. So it's what I would like to share here and highlight. It's very important to keep that system up to date and do like timely support measures to like remove that vulnerabilities. The same we can apply to the cases, then it goes not to the complex medical systems, but Internet of Things devices that are widely used in the healthcare industry as well. And it very often happens they are absolutely not adjustable to keep data in privacy and safety. And recommendations here removing these challenges just in eliminated that sort of devices from the activities that is conducted within healthcare facilities. And another challenge is insufficient cybersecurity training and education. It all relates to the staff engaged in healthcare services providing. Sometimes disclose of information happens just because not all the staff is understand enough what kind of information is considered to be private and what measures to be fulfilled for keeping it private and safe. So this is like as HIPAA requires, this is goes to systematical training and education the staff. In our case, actually, there was their request when we implemented like a small application for healthcare facility that blocked the camera of the personal devices that were used by the personnel in the needs of in the professional needs. That was for the cases, then the user was not logged into the internal system. So in that cases, the practitioner, the doctor couldn't make the picture and make the images. There's the phone camera to support his activities that was necessary. And of course, when it goes to data protection in the context of health information management system, here should be mentioned such a technological solution as blockchain. In general, there are a lot of cases of application blockchain for healthcare needs, but data protecting is the best probably for illustration case. This technology may solve the needs of healthcare providers. And we also, as providers of software solutions, face such type of requests. Then we implemented the system, the application for sharing electronic healthcare records information. And we did the usage of blockchain technology. And basically, here should be mentioned that the main nodes, this is in the context of blockchain technologies, but in the context of healthcare solutions, the main type of users of the systems were elementary schools, hospitals, and the parents of the children from that schools. Actually, the necessity and the main request to to this system was in supplying safe sharing of the data from electronic healthcare records of the children from the hospitals to the elementary schools. So as I said, within that system, 3 nodes were implemented, like parents, elementary schools, and hospitals. For communication of each of nodes was organized in a standalone dedicated channel, and the entire flow looks like on the slide you see now. So like parents created admission requests to elementary school. In turn, elementary school accepted that admission request and then created report request to the hospitals. Having that report, having that report request, hospitals created that report, and only after parents provided access to this report, elementary schools have the chance to see that information and the data related to their request. The complexity of such type systems could be different. We know that based on analysis of industry and solutions like industry made, they know that there is also like the chance to restrict the time of access to such type records. So that depends, of course, to the particular needs and each particular case. And of course, it's always something like related to balance between cost and effectiveness. Currently, like I finished the block that was in analyzing of challenges related to different stages of health information management, and how software engineering teams may help health care providers to benefit from their abilities in resolving the challenges. And my next block is dedicated to some suggestions of improvements health information management. Of course, like a number of these suggestions endless, just I focused on the once we successfully overcome these solutions as well. And one of the ways to improve health information management is in improvement of workflows in the context of the particular facilities. Having said that, it's important probably to outline what workflows is actually. And these workflows mean like the number of particular steps and activities necessarily to run for gathering, collecting, storing, analyzing, and further protection of information. It's very important to keep this part of activities tuned and streamlined, because in this case it allows to increase productivity of the healthcare facilities. It also helps to improve accuracy of that data that is correlated with the challenges in data gathering we outlined earlier. It helps to minimize errors of the staff of the healthcare providers that also influence the quality of the data they gather, and it's all this. It also influence like the precisement of analysis output. We are going to have this. And of course, streamline workflows allows to streamline internal communication between healthcare facility staff, and which is at the end of the day aimed the improvement of the patient experience. there is no like common default approach in resolving workflow related issues for each particular healthcare providers, but there are commonly used steps we like and other software providers follow to make them more efficient and streamlined. And of course, everything begins from the analyzing of the current situation and current processes. It is very important to set up clear and intensive communications between the staff of their service provider and healthcare provider. Normally from the engineering teams, we assign a solution engineer for analyzing technical aspects and restrictions and possibilities in the context of each particular case of research, and also business analyst, an expert in domain healthcare domain, also inside, so they like have the complex view on the issues. We also expect here to like players from healthcare providers, meaning somebody who is the process owner and understand how everything runs internally. Working in a close communication and cooperation, this team identifies the areas of bottlenecks healthcare provider faces and that could be improved. It is also important to understand that it is not necessarily like everything revealed to be automated and to be improved. Of course, they all this do like grounded and wise solutions, meaning balance between expected outcome and efforts that's supposed to be spent for it along this budget and time, but still like the solution team suggest its improvement plan and to follow it. Another crucial step for streamlining of workflows is in standardizing procedures in healthcare facilities. It is very important to understand that the less mess in the all types of regulations, internal instructions, the more they clear to the staff and the more effectiveness in following them by the staff. And once the streamline recommendations are implemented, it's very important to train staff to them and explain like the new approaches in following workflows. Request for improvement of workflows. This is something we face also often in our practice, something like that we did for one of the hospital that was specializing in acute care, and that hospital experienced rapid growth, meaning expanding its activities and growth in the sense of employees, including practitioners and administrative staff that in a short term increased to more than 1,000 employees. So they faced the situation. The effectiveness of processes in healthcare facility decrease, the expenses increase vice versa, and the effectiveness of staff performance also decrease. And as the solution for them, they suggested set up, of course, after deep analysis and following the steps I described previously, we suggested them improvement of workflows and three aspects of the activities, meaning IT workflows, patients-related workflows, and administrative-related workflows. For adoption of all that measures, we used ServiceNow as a software as a service solutions that actually well adaptive for healthcare related systems. After adoption, they faced these good results in operating costs and measures of supplying satisfaction raised by the consumers. So that was the success story for streamlining workflow for one of our clients. Among in the range of recommendations for improvement of health information management is also moving to the clouds would be mentioned externally. Here, all this, everything goes from the tremendous amount of data that was gathered in the industry during the years of its existing and operating. The amounts of that data from one side is necessity to improve efficiency of operating of healthcare facilities, but from another side, it raises the cost for storing that data, for computing capabilities, and the cost for maintenance of all of them. In this case, the cloud solution could be a solution, but still this is not decision that could be made by click. From our perspective as software engineering service providers, we in all solutions, we always goes from the context of the situation, from the background of the business, analyzing the current situations and the targets that are followed by the providers, and analysis of the opinions of decision makers of the industry related to moving of the healthcare related data to cloud shows that there are a set of concerns among them about this process. The top rated one is data security and egress cost. In the meantime, industry suggests a lot of possible solutions for cloud migrating, meaning public hosts are available, the main players of them Amazon Web Service, Azure Cloud, Google Cloud Platform, and there are also other players. From perspective of preferences that is spread within the industry, more than 30% of decision makers prefers the hybrid cloud solutions. Then the partially data is stored in the facilities of clinical facilities, and the partly is stored into the publicly available clouds. From perspective of cloud expertise and NIX, we are partners of the most famous players and providers of this kind of service, meaning Amazon Web Service. We also a partner of Google Cloud and Azure services. As I said, like the cases, then clients address us. There's the request for data migrations are also often faced by us. Like in this example, you currently see in the screen, which was was the request for big system associated with healthcare providers and moving it to the cloud, meaning all components of the complex architecture of the system, as far as patient info, orders, drug delivery, billing, and prescriptions. So yes, we elaborated on strategy of migrating to cloud of this pharmacy management system. And here also should be mentioned the fact that then it goes to moving to the cloud. Our clients often address us the question about if the rearranging of monolith architecture to microservices to this huge system should be conducted. So our architects replies on this. So in mostly cases, yes, but it always should be analyzed in the context of the background, business background. Another ways of optimizing of healthcare information management is artificial intelligence based solutions. They are not something absolutely new in the industry. They are widely used for automation, administrative tasks, and increasing efficiency, for improving diagnosis capabilities. We also, as software engineers, have the experience in providing solutions for improvement for prediction of possible risks related to treatment adoptions, and solutions empowering all types of research and drugs manufacturing. In general, more than 33% of healthcare providers have their own strategy of adoption artificial intelligence-based tools in their daily activities, and about the half of them have implemented it so far. And Chatbots is a particular case for usage of artificial intelligence in the context of improvement of health information management system. They helps summarize the information gathered from the users. They helps more effectively triage the initial requests of patients, and increase the efficiency of processing such kind of requests, taking away the load from the personnel of healthcare facilities. Artificial intelligence bots also helps to automate administrative functions in the context of healthcare facilities, and provide quick and accurate answers to the patients. And of course, here should be mentioned the ChatGPT in the context of these particular solutions for healthcare, and because of fire attack for information attack around it during last days. So for us as providers of software engineers, it's not like a revolutionary new tool in delivering solutions from our aspects of business, because we already use that approaches and tools for resolving issues our clients address to us. But as other providers, we attentively research capabilities of this new tool, capabilities of its new closed APIs and plugins that could be integrated into different systems in the context of their usage in healthcare and other industries. We supply our solutions to. Yes, actually, the case on this slide shows one of our success story of implementation of such type of chatbots. And yes, it's should be. We had to follow main principles of HIPAA while delivering it, and information. Transferring there was the build following adopted in the industry standardizations requirements like here, and as an output this chatbot helped to more than almost 500,000 customers to get relevant healthcare support on the initial types of their request and addressing to healthcare providers. As the conclusion to the long story I had the chance to deliver, I would like to emphasize that it never happens that there is a standard solutions for some type of situation, that each particular request should be considered in the close connection with the business background. But there are common steps we normally follow in delivering the most effective and brilliant systems to our clients from healthcare sphere as well, and they are in attentive analyzing of the existing processes and determining critical and determining the main purposes of actually touching the pain points in one or in other pieces of the systems. We always recommend provide recommendations this choosing the right technology which is applicable for resolving particular issue, and provide the implementation strategy. Of course, it's very important to constantly monitor the situations and getting feedbacks on another points of improvement. So my long story it's thank you for your attention, and would be happy to answer the questions if they are.
And Natalie, thank you so very much. And I know we had a question from Julia regarding ChatGPT, and I don't know that it is HIPAA compliant as of yet. If you can briefly answer that. I know we're over time, so I don't want to hold everybody on. If you want to answer that question, or Julia, you have Natalie's email right here, and you can reach out and exchange that information. So if you want to get the brief answer, and then we conclude.
Yeah, actually, it depends whom you will ask about it. If you ask the ChatGPT about it, mostly likely it will answer you. It is not HIPAA compliant, but because as the large language model, it is trained on not patient data, but just on general information. But we as I said, we try to follow the rules in the industry, and that's why I follow their recommendations of compliance group, which is the famous consultant in the sphere of HIPAA compliant in the United States, and they made their own investigations about HIPAA compliance of the ChatGPT. So their conclusion published several weeks ago on their website is ChatGPT in its current implementation couldn't be considered as HIPAA compliant, even they relate to the documentations that says it will train itself on all data come to it to improve performance, since HIPAA restricts us in accessing to data, these all possible measures, and try to prevent abundant access to the patient-related information. So,
okay, well, thank you very much. And again, Julia, please feel free to get more information with regards to your question. Unfortunately, we won't have time to address fully all the virtues and values of ChatGPT and how it's taking the intelligent information world by storm. So, Natalie, our thanks to you, our thanks to NIX United and the entire NIX organization. We greatly appreciate you, and we appreciate everything that you all are doing to stay very active and profitable and so forth in these times. So we hope that we can meet up here when you're in town. And to everyone, thank you very much. For any questions, again, you have Natalie's information on screen. Feel free to reach out to her. Great organization that will respond very promptly to your request for information. So with that, just a reminder to everyone that again, it's Wednesday, the 19th. So Wednesday, the 19th of April, 1 p.m. Eastern. And that will be digital transformation made easy within scanning solutions. And we know that as much as we'd like to hover and shoot, we still have the value of scanners for ingest. So it's not something that we can look away with, at least I don't believe in this decade yet. So look forward to you RSVPing for that, for more information with LinkedIn posts. And again, to finalize, Natalie, thank you very much. And we look forward to our next webinar with NIX, and hopefully we can do some other things, maybe even a podcast right in your offices here locally, something like that. So looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day, and look forward to seeing you on April 19th. Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.